This is EconoGraph, a product created for Carly Richardson to give her a means of producing theoretical economics graphs quickly during her lessons without an internet connection. I will be referring to my test plan and criterion throughout. Upon opening the program, we are encountered with the library screen, displayed clearly with a regular color scheme. All graphs that have been previously made are displayed, along with its title, description, and favorite option. A scroll bar also appears to aid the browsing of graphs when several have been made. Across the top of the window is a sorting and filtering toolbar. Using the search combo box, we can arrange graphs alphabetically by date of creation and by topic. This also works for larger datasets. Here, 50 graphs are in the library menu, but EconoGraph still manages to sort them efficiently. We can also use the search box to look for specific titles. For example, searching for the word externality displays all relevant graphs. Filtering can be done further by selecting a specific topic or by ticking the Favorites checkbox to only display favorite graphs. Upon selecting the Make a Graph button, the option screen appears, allowing us to set up our graph. Here, a range of templates are offered, creating a pre-made set of lines. When any of the templates are selected, it appears in the Graph Maker workspace. The user can edit this freely as though they had created it themselves by choosing present lines or shaded regions on the radio button flow pane, or by inserting their own new ones. Let's select Blank Canvas. In the Options menu, we can also see a section for inputting axes labels. Although templates automatically assign these, the user has the option to edit these to suit their preference. To demonstrate a simple demand graph being made, we can click on the Demand button. This results in the curve being inserted on the axes with an appropriate size and an appropriately positioned label D. A range of other curves can be inserted using the Input menu, as well as general upsloping and downsloping curves. These curves can also be shifted, displaying a before and after effect with the automatically generated shift arrows. A line's elasticity, position, thickness, color, and type can all be modified. Intersections and shaded regions adapt to these changes. Changing the elasticity of these curves may mean that curves intersect outside of the visible workspace. Intersections, however, only ever appear within the axes. We can also create shaded regions by selecting the Shaded Regions button. This displays a menu where we can select where we want it to appear, as well as the label text and color. As we can see, the label appears in the location of the shaded region. These options can then be modified in the Shaded Regions tab by opacity, color, and label text. When the user decides they have finished, they can select Save, upon which the Save menu appears. Here, a name, topic, description, and favorites option can be selected. When saving, if the user decides to change any of the data, such as the topic of the graph, no problems are caused. This can be seen on the sample section of the Save menu where the graph remains as created. Selecting Done will open back the library menu where we can see the saved graph. If we restart the application, we can see that the graph remains in the library. The user can also edit previously made graphs by selecting the Edit button alongside the relevant graph on the library menu. Upon selecting this button, the graph appears in the Graph Maker workspace, ready for editing, as has been done with templates. Next to each graph, a Save to Documents button is displayed. Selecting this option opens up a file chooser, allowing us to save the graph to our device. Here, a location can be chosen as well as a title. The graph shows up in My Documents, where an image of it is saved, along with the title, date of creation, and the Enter description. Selecting the Save All button to the side of the screen will also do this, but for all graphs, displaying them separately on different pages. This is done as shown. Attempting to save a graph without a title is rejected, whilst the file chooser remains visible. An error appears if there has been a failure attempting to save the graph. This may be because the user has selected the Cancel button, or because the user has selected a path to which they have no access. Throughout the program, recognizable symbols have been used to make using the program easy. Comments such as "Delete all graphs" are added to ensure that the user clearly understands what buttons do. A tutorial is also provided when the Video Tutorial button is selected.
Hello and welcome to this simple tutorial on how to use the EconoGraph application.
With regards to extensibility, the project has been designed in such a way that it allows for new features to be implemented easily. Modularity has been kept in mind, meaning methods are kept small, only carrying out one function. For example, for editing shaded regions, small methods for changes in color, text, and opacity have been made. Each also have clear descriptive names. This means that if a new editing option such as the change in outline color is to be introduced, it can be fit easily into the code, as shown. Modularity can also be seen through the separation of GUI code in fxml and CSS files from backend processing in Java files. Therefore, a developer new to the code could much quicker understand its structure and begin to edit it themselves. Furthermore, the use of automated integration tests provides extensibility, since if changes are made, I can very quickly check I haven't broken other bits of code. Debugging becomes a lot easier. An example build is shown. Finally, if a new template is to be added, such as a managed exchange rate diagram, we can create a new case for when this new template is selected, which calls the method that inserts and edits the relevant graph components. Within the fxml file, the radio button can be inserted with a picture easily as shown. Therefore, all criterion in my Part A document have been fulfilled and all tests in my test plan have passed. Thank you for watching this video on the EconoGraph application.